Hello and welcome back to GTA 5 family-friendly free roaming. I'm davidinark and today we're taking a look at the officially released version 3.0. I'll have a link to the mod down in the description below. You can check it out. As we go through some of the updates, features, I'm just going to be driving around. We're going to be playing around with some of those features, but I wanted to cover some of the things that are happening here in the family-friendly free roaming mod for GTA 5. Now, when you first start the game, it starts off with the maximum family-friendly features. So that includes things like there's no violence, no disturbances can be made by pedestrians or the players. Nobody gets hurt, no blood, nobody runs away. There are no weapons, no vehicle weapons can be used. There are no explosions. There are also no cops or the police. Vehicles are invincible, however, they do have physical scratch damage. Cars and motorcycles are teleported to the nearest road if you fall in the water. There's no ragdolling, so if you fall or someone else falls, then you just basically remain upright. There's no falling animation. Everyone is muted. There's no speech. There's no bad language. There are no pain sounds should somebody get hurt, although technically they can't get hurt because everybody's invincible. There's no radio. There are no disturbing missions or events. Now, there are, if the user ignores the installation instructions, or if they try to start a mission from a menu, then the mod will attempt to terminate the mission. There's no nudity, no hookers, no strippers, no violent pedestrians. Those have all been removed and replaced. There is no smoking, so anyone who had the smoking animation, that has been removed. The gun stores and the tattoo shops are closed. Internet, phone, text messages, and phone contacts are disabled. Character switch is disabled. And, let's see, disturbing objects have been removed. Those could be just miscellaneous things around the city. And you can teleport the player if the player ends up outside of the map. Now, there is a menu key that you can set up, and basically you have to edit the file in order to do that, that will allow you to bring up a menu that you can switch between various configuration files, which is very, very cool. There are some example files that are included, making the game absolutely fun and in some cases crazy hilarious. Some of the things that happen: you can switch to the closest vehicles. You can switch seats within a vehicle. You can join vehicles as a passenger. So basically, it lets you hitchhike, or you could be the Uber passenger or something. You can do things that when you honk the horn, it lets pedestrians hitchhike with you for a while. You can jump with motorcycles and cars. You can change the vehicle engine power. You can teleport to the closest road if you get stuck. You can also teleport to a random place on the map. There's also a feature where you can switch player models to the closest pedestrian. So basically you become the pedestrian, they become you. It's crazy. You can also switch between player models, Franklin and Michael. You can also repair your vehicle instantly when you're outside of a vehicle, and in addition, you can also give some random modifications if you're inside the vehicle. Some other crazy fun features. One of my favorite absolute features of this mod, the ability to, when you honk your horn, it shoots off fireworks. One of the things that I discovered while I was playing around with this is if you continue to hold the horn, it will actually lift your vehicle off the ground and you can fly. It is crazy. And you can also find some super rare sports cars just in the street. You can try to spawn in or grab a car as you're driving around. You may run into some of these super rare cars. It is unbelievable. All kinds of details are outlined in the R3QQ developments page for the mod, which is you actually get there from the GTA 5 mods page for the mod, so I'm not necessarily going to provide a link to that, but just to let you know, there is a massive feature list. So just as I'm driving around and as we're exploring, playing around with some of the different menus, the options, the settings, some of the things that are set up with the game, if you are a driver of a vehicle, then you can press N and you will become the driver of the closest vehicle. So basically it'll teleport you from vehicle to vehicle. The old driver, if there was one, will actually teleport into the vehicle you just left. Otherwise, a new vehicle will be spawned and the old driver will be put inside it. So, you know, hey, there you go. If you're already a passenger in the vehicle and you hit N, then you become the driver. Now, if you're not inside a vehicle, you can just walk up to a vehicle that's closest to you, open a door to a free seat, and you can join as a passenger. However, you can also just hit B, and that will jump you into the nearest car, and you become a passenger. And by the way, if you keep tapping B, it'll let you switch seats within the car. So very cool stuff. Using the horn, depending on how you've got your configuration set up, then the pedestrians around you, also referred to as PEDs, they will run to your car and try to get in your car as passengers. And then when you completely stop your car, then you can hit the E again and they will get out of your car. And it's unlimited. I mean, you stop, honk, they get in, you drive around as long as you want, stop, honk, they get out. Very, very cool. You can use the numpad plus in order to increase your engine power, and you can use the numpad minus to decrease the engine power. There's other kinds of things. Control T will teleport you to some random location on the map. Now, I did not play with this, but Q will jump with a vehicle when all the wheels are on the ground. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to play with that. I held the E key, which got us up off the ground, but I didn't realize I could just do it with Q. And then I, at least I think that's an I, will let you have random repairs to a vehicle. The delete key above your arrows is the default open and close the menu, and then you use the the number pad 2, 4, 6, 8 as arrow keys, with the number 5 in the middle acting as enter. You can also, if you get stuck somewhere, you can hit the end key, and that will teleport your vehicle to the nearest road to help you kind of, get out of trouble. So there you go. Page down activates and deactivates the mod. However, you have to actually set that up in the INI file. So there are all kinds of fun things that you can do inside the family-friendly free roaming mod. All right, there are some settings, such as the violence, in this case, with no nudity, no swearing. That is an option. There's also the option where basically everything is turned on and it plays just like GTA. So the easiest way, especially if you're a parent, the easiest way to play with the mod is to simply install it and just do not enable the menu key. Basically, if you install it, then your kids are going to be able to play this and not bring up the menu to change any of the aspects of the game. It is going to be the default max family-friendly setup. So that's the easy way to avoid any of the violence or cussing or any of that kind of stuff, just in case that happens to be something that's crossing your mind as you're watching this video. So someone has to go into the configuration and enable that menu. It's not enabled by default. So normally it's just going to be very family friendly, but there is the option for it to not be, should you be wanting to play it in really any other form or fashion. So very, very cool stuff. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a link to the mod down in the description below. You can check that out for yourself. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Got a special thanks going out to GamerGull, Hero of God, and LosWilko for supporting me on Patreon. You can check that out, patreon.com/davidinark. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you next time on GTA Family Friendly Free Roaming Mod.